probably click my videos sometimes and you think, Alex talks about a lot of stuff in his life, but what I'd really like him to get into detail on is what is the overlap? What's the Venn diagram? What does he have in common with 14-year-old American girls? And today I'm going to explore that. What I have in common with 14-year-old American girls is that we both like K-pop. On the 6th of July 2020, I stumbled across the newly released music video for How You Like That by Blackpink. For those that don't know, Blackpink are the female equivalent of BTS. They're the other kind of big K-pop band that's crossed over, not as much as BTS, but kind of a lot. If you Google them, Lisa, main rapper, Jennie, vocals, Rose, main vocals, and Jisoo, the lead vocalist. Everyone's got a role to play. It's probably obvious why I like this band of 4 fit young Korean women dancing around in sync with each other. And you're right, the reason is because they remind me of my own pop career. I feel like K-pop is doing exactly what I most wanted my music to be like when I was releasing Forever Yours, the stuff that got in the charts, like Stupid Stupid, absolute K-pop song. I have sat in meetings with record label people where they would just stare at me and go, do you want to be Sons of Admirals or do you want to be your own solo artist? And we'd go, we want to be both. Can't we just do both? People understand that, and they couldn't understand it. But now, Blackpink release an album, and then one of the members, Jennie, releases a solo single, which, as a side note, the solo single is called Solo and is about going it solo. And oh my god, how come I've never seen a solo artist release their solo single? And it's just so that on the nose. I love it. And then they just get, you know, Blackpink just release a new song. No one thinks that Blackpink is splitting up because one of them released a new solo song. And in fact, people that have like Rose is their favourite member of Blackpink, they will all go, oh, when's Rose's solo single coming out? They just get it. The only downside of Blackpink's music, if I had to pick something, is that they haven't really done a big release on vinyl. They had a new album that came out a month or 2 ago, and it was very limited release on vinyl. It was like 5,000 copies ever, and it would never be released again. And then to buy it, it cost like £150, which in terms of lengths I'm willing to go to prove I actually like Blackpink for the music, that's a lot, isn't it? My favourite Blackpink song, just if you're interested, is the one I call Vagina Savage. Because they switch English and Korean quite a lot, it's quite hard to tell when it's a Korean word that sounds like vagina or when it's just the word vagina. And actually, they might be singing Vagina Savage and just trying to get away with it. When reporters go, what are you saying, Vagina Savage? And they go, oh, that bit's Korean. Don't worry about it. I've long maintained that lyrics aren't important. The rise of Gangnam Style, the Macarena. Also, if you don't follow trends in music, you know, popular music, then you might not be aware of this, but in August 2015, the song Downtown was released by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. And in that song are these lyrics. 3 layers to this shit, player. Tiramisu, tiramisu. Let my coattail drag, but I ain't tearing my suit, tearing my suit. He rhymed tiramisu with tearing my suit. And at that moment, lyrics peaked. You're not going to get anything better than that in English. So the only way to innovate now is by giving Korean a go. K-pop lyrics now are about on par with where the Beatles lyrics were in the early 60s. But it's only, it's like, you know, you're right at the start of something. It's like when you buy Bitcoin 5 years ago, you're right at the start of the trend. Or, if some are to be believed, right now. Now is the time, hashtag hodl. I got a message on my Patreon recently from my friend Lewis. Actually, this was 4 months ago, so in no way was it recent. It was just after I posted that video of me getting the new gold play button. He pointed me to a YouTuber who, in his words, aims to collect as many as possible by making new channels, bribing people, tricking YouTube, buying custom ones, reactivating old channels and getting his subscribers to mass subscribe just so they have to send him another. I have now found this YouTuber myself. His name's Jack Walsh. You might know him. He's got like more subscribers than I ever had. One of his like 8 YouTube channels is just him making videos about different play buttons he's managed to get. And if you liked my unboxing video, it's just that all the time. My favourite of his is that he went onto the website where you buy YouTube awards, and he had access to the silver award, and the website was like blah/YouTube silver award.html, and he just changed it to /YouTube diamond award.html, and that worked and sent him to the diamond button page, which he previously couldn't access. He was able to then put a diamond play button into his cart, check out, pay for it, and he didn't want to do this with his own YouTube username on, because he was like, well, I haven't got 10 million subscribers, so they'll suspect. So I have to buy a play button with a YouTuber that has 10 million subscribers on it, and then they probably won't notice where it's being shipped to, or they might just think it's being shipped, you know, to someone else, to his editor or something. So he wrote in KSI, and he just received this diamond play button, which said, congratulations KSI for receiving 10 million subscribers, and he now just owns that. He's exactly like what I thought YouTube wasn't anymore, which is just being silly and having fun and not just selling stuff all the time and being a dick. He's just great. He basically has every play button apart from the original gold one, which was the one that I had, just sitting there in Danny's garage. And he nearly got one from What the Buck, and he was willing to pay like at least 10 grand for it. But Buck pulled out at the last minute because it had sentimental value to him. Fair enough. I bet it's not hung up on anyone's wall though. So I thought, I'll give it a go. So I sent him this email. Hope you don't mind hearing from me, because I don't know what people think of me these days. Get in touch because I have this original play button. This is a good news and bad news type situation. The good news is I'm willing to sell it. The bad news is it's my play button. And yeah, I don't know if you know me, but you know, during my time on YouTube, I treated people in my life pretty terribly, cheated on my girlfriend, and obviously when all that came out, it was like basically the end of me having an audience on the platform. So I don't honestly even know if you would want my play button. Suffice to say, it would piss a lot of people off probably if you bought my play button and were responsible for giving me lots of money, and would you even want it if it has my name on it? I think he would want a play button he can be proud of having without any reservations. And if I'm going to sell it for a decent amount of money, I had to tell him all this. I couldn't just try and hustle him like the fucking Blackpink vinyl and go, oh, it's limited edition, give it a go. If you miss out, you'll never get one. And then I got an email back from him that said, hi, thanks so much for reaching out. I definitely know who you are. Here's a video you made for my old channel in 2012 in exchange for me buying Lady Godiva. It's been a long time since I've played the role of like YouTube elder to anybody, and it was really nice just getting to speak to him. He said that, you know, I was one of the people that inspired him to start making videos initially, and I mean, it's awkward, isn't it? Because he's heard of all the stuff I've said, and he said, like, you know, I respect you owning up to your mistakes, but I can't really, you know, I like, you understand, I can't risk tarnishing my reputation. That was basically that, unfortunately, and the play button continued to gather dust in Danny's garage. But speaking to Jack alerted me, and I did then send him a follow-up email telling him how to buy an Emmy, just in case he was interested in that as a consolation prize. But it occurred to me that maybe he's not the only person that would want a gold play button. He made it sound pretty rare in his video. He said, you know, there's only a few hundred of these that were ever made, and now if you get eligible for a gold play button, you can just email YouTube like I did and said, I want to buy another one, and you can just get more. When it first happened, you just got an email, you got to 1 million subscribers, and YouTube said, you've won a play button, and they just posted it to you, and that's the end of it. And the design was so terrible that they changed it pretty quickly. So that original design, they estimate maybe there's only a few hundred in the world, and the type of people that have them probably aren't the type of people that would sell them because of sentimental value or because they're not on YouTube anymore, so they don't realise the worth of it. So I just thought I'd put it on eBay and see what happens. And I listed it at £5,000 because why not? I wrote in the description, I'm putting an absurd premium on this to see who bites. I said this is not only a rare play button, the rarest of play buttons, but probably the best condition you'll ever get one in, because I never opened it. In the time between becoming eligible for it and actually receiving it, you know, quite a lot happened that meant I lost interest in looking at it. I got a message that day from someone with 0 eBay feedback. Hello dear, I want to brothers, I am Japanese, very buy or do not show me the actual photo? Question mark. Didn't reply to that. I do know what the last 3 words mean, showing me the actual photo. I hadn't put a photo of the play button on the listing. It just looked like this, which is very suspicious. And I understand that. You know, I don't want to take it out of its box to take photos of it, because then it loses that selling value of it being, you know, mint condition, never even opened before. Another message from someone saying, would you take 1,000? Don't insult me. And I got a message from another person with 0 feedback saying, hi seller, I really want to buy this item, but can you not ship to Morocco? Look, I realise I'm getting very picky about something I have no right, like, this is my hustle. I'm trying to get away with selling something I was given for free, an award that is quite in high esteem, that didn't cost me anything to receive, but, I mean, apart from emotionally, but now I'm trying to flog for thousands of pounds on the grounds that it's rare and valuable. And just because I have a new version, I'm trying to get rid of the old version, which, if I don't sell it, it'll just sit in Danny's garage some more. It's no skin off my nose. Is this the very first version, or is it the smaller one? Right. Now we're talking to someone who knows their shit. I said it's the very first version, and they said, right, it does look like this is the original design. I'd offer you 5,000 for that. Now we're getting somewhere, aren't we? So what did I reply and say? That's amazing, thank you, yes. Let's do it, before they change their mind. No. What did I say? Hey, thanks for the prompt reply. I think to take it off eBay and remove the possibility of any other higher bidders, I'd be happy to settle on 8.5. If you're willing to take that offer, let me know. Who the fuck do I think I am? Anyway, we negotiated over the next sort of 24 hours and settled on 7.5. But like, it's not gonna work, is it? I'll tell you a story. Once I sold my MacBook Air on eBay, and I listed it at a starting bid of £600. I'd had it a few years at this point, and no one bid on it, and the listing closed. And then about 2 minutes after the listing closed, someone messaged me and said, oh, I was going to bid on that. Can I offer you 600 for it? And me not getting any bids, I went, all right, yeah, sure. And they PayPal'd me the money straight away. And I was like, okay, great. This is clearly not a scam. Here's the money. I have the money now in my account. So I sent it off, you know, registered delivery, like tracked. I could look at a map and it would go, there it is. It said that it had been delivered. There was a little pin going, here's where it's been delivered to, some hut in the middle of somewhere in Africa or something. And then they filed a PayPal dispute asking for the money back because I never sent the item. PayPal turned to me, they say, what do you have to say about this? I said, I fucking did. Look, here's the map. Look at this. Look, it's there in the middle of nowhere, where they live. And after deliberating, PayPal sided with the buyer, gave them their money back, and I don't have a MacBook Air anymore. And that's why, kids, if you're selling something through eBay, you should do it through eBay. As we were negotiating with this guy, I thought, this is what's going to happen. We're going to agree on a price. He's going to go, great, I'll PayPal you the money now. I'm going to say, no. What I'll do is I'll set up a new eBay listing with a buy it now price, 7.5, and then you can do that. And he'll go, no, why would you want to do that? You've got to pay the eBay fees. Let's just do it privately. And I'll go, forget it then. But no, to his credit, I set up the buy it now. He bought it now. He paid for it. So now the money's in my account. Again, something's fishy about this. Bear in mind that recently I was the subject of a gift card scam. So I'm not convinced that, like, I keep telling everyone, I'm giving them updates and stuff, and they're like waiting to get excited. And I'm like, no. I have the 7.5 grand, but by no means are we done yet. I paid for the shipping. It was like a collection service. I told Danny, can you be ready, please? Someone's going to come and collect this heaving box. I had to go to Germany. I thought that was reasonable for the amount of money they were willing to pay. And then, I'm looking at the tracking, and it said it was supposed to be delivered on Monday. And I'm waiting, right, Monday. Monday is when we find out what's actually going on. What's the grift here, you know? So I get a message Monday morning. I got a notification the award's ready to be collected from a local depot. So I messaged him straight away. I just got a notification the award's ready for you to pick up at a local depot. Hopefully you got a notification about that as well. I've attached a screenshot from the tracking. Just trying to be as transparent and helpful as possible because I was worried they were going to say it hadn't been delivered or it was damaged in transit, so I want my money back, or just anything. They messaged me. I saw that as well, and I was at the local depot an hour ago, but it wasn't there. I just contacted the carrier. Let's see what they have to say. Here we go. I get another message the next day. and it comes into my inbox, and you know how it emails, it just shows you the first few words of the email and then ... and you have to click to open. So this is the email I got. Hi Alex, so I received it today at the local depot ... What's the problem going to be? Is it the wrong kind of play button? I open it up. So I received it today at the local depot. I polished it up a bit. It looks really nice now. Thanks again. And then he just gave me positive feedback. £7,500. I owe my mum £9,000 from being unemployed last year, trying to get a job, and then doing the software academy. She basically paid me and Georgia's rent and bills, and so I owe a lot of money. That's most of that paid off. I mean, she doesn't watch these videos, so I will be candid with you. It's also half a Bitcoin. So fingers crossed, that will go up in value. Then I can pay my mum off completely. I'm joking. I can feel your heart sinking as you watch this. I didn't buy Bitcoin. I didn't buy not even any Bitcoin. So don't worry. 7.5 grand. And the way I celebrated, I bought an Indian takeaway for me and Georgia and my mum.
I told my mum about the money Alex made, and she was laughing so much.
Was she?
Oh my god, that's mental.
Thank you so much.
She was
Alex.
like, can we fake them? We make that a month, that'd be great.
That was my little, I made 7.5 grand party. Well, technically I made £7,400 because I had to buy the limited edition Blackpink vinyl.